The importance of authority figures in wrestling grew astronomically during the 1990s, with hit characters such as Vince McMahon, Eric Bischoff, and others making it work. Future eras caused debates of WWE continuing this storytelling trope, and if it had jumped the shark. Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis currently hold the authority positions running Raw and SmackDown respectively today. It's becoming a running joke among many fans that Aldis is known for being a strong leader running the SmackDown brand, while Pearce witnesses Raw falling apart with chaos most weeks. However, Pearce doesn't look all that bad compared to these past figures. The following authority figures of WWE's past make Pearce look competent today. Welcome to On a Wrestling Club, and today's video will be counting down the 10 worst WWE authority figures of all time. Welcome to the club. In number 10, we have Eric Bischoff, and he's mostly on this list for the fact that he handed the World Heavyweight title to Triple H, as Raw looks ridiculous introducing its new world title in such a lazy fashion. WWE took a chance when coming up with the right way to bring the big gold belt back as the World Championship for the Raw brand. Brock Lesnar decided to only work for SmackDown as the WWE Champion, and this saw Bischoff bring in his new world title by just handing it to Triple H. The logic was that both Bischoff and Triple H would get more heel heat if the evil general manager just gave the belt to the top heel. WWE would have created stronger interest and added more credibility with a tournament. You could even have Eric Bischoff just help Triple H win the tournament. Triple H's reign of terror started around this time with an awful first reign. In number 9, we have Corporate Kane, who was trying to convince others that he was not Kane, and split personality storylines have missed a mark and ruined Kane's final main event angles. The authority of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon hired Kane for the role as an enforcer with the power to make decisions. Corporate Kane was the name given to him when he became a stooge for the authority to hold down faces. However, it became too cartoonish when the masked Kane started appearing in various wrestling angles, such as attacking Seth Rollins at the end of Night of Champions 2015. Corporate Kane would then pretend he had no idea about that, and this led to some bad comedy and limited interest in actual matches as the payoff to the angle. The most interesting thing about this was that Seth Rollins got injured during the match with Kane on a house show in Ireland. In number 8, we have Stephanie McMahon when she tried to seduce Scott Steiner into signing. This was Steiner's first WWE storyline, and it made Steph look ridiculous as a GM. The original concept of Scott Steiner having both shows' general managers, Stephanie McMahon and Eric Bischoff, both trying to sign him, was very interesting and could have been really exciting had it not gone stupid. Stephanie would imply that she'd sleep with Steiner to get him on the SmackDown roster as a bargaining tool that Bischoff couldn't offer. Or should we say wouldn't offer. WWE had the reveal of Steiner revealing Stephanie lied about that, and he refused to sign with SmackDown in favour of Raw. The storyline itself was too tacky for a credible character such as Stephanie McMahon, and she just looked worse by lying about something that didn't even happen. In number 7, we have John Laurinaitis bringing in Kevin Nash to stop CM Punk, and everything about this storyline lacked logic and became overcomplicated. We'll try to keep this to the world of kayfabe. WWE have wanted to have the right authority figure to feud with top face CM Punk after the summer of Punk. Vince McMahon and Triple H were having great segments with Punk in that context, and this led to WWE wanting a more traditional heel authority figure every week. John Laurinaitis' real-life backstage WWE power was referenced by Punk in worked shoot promos, so it led to him getting the role. The strange plan of Laurinaitis saw him calling a much older Kevin Nash, who was coming off the back of a TNA stint, to be the one to stop Punk, and WWE ruined a lot of Punk's momentum after this, with Nash and Laurinaitis both struggling to make fans care about them as credible challengers to Punk. In number 6, we have Kurt Angle, who put himself in the Shield faction for his comeback match, and WWE went with a major moment which lacked a lot of logic for Angle's first match back. Kurt Angle returned to WWE after almost a decade in the role of Raw General Manager, following his Hall of Fame induction in 2017. WWE wanted Angle to eventually begin wrestling again, but it was secondary to his authority figure role running the Raid brand. However, that made it all the more surprising when Angle named himself as Roman Reigns' replacement in the Shield's TLC match against 5 heels following an outbreak of the mumps. Reigns was ruled out of the major match at the last minute, so WWE went with the biggest star power of Angle. The payoff was quite strange since Angle put himself against many wrestlers on his own show. However, the match was really good, but still a backwards bit of booking to waste a huge moment like this for this match. In number 5, we have Mick Foley when he picked Deborah as his lieutenant commissioner. And it was a very random pick for a sidekick, and it led to a Foley and Deborah alliance. WWE found success with Mick Foley as quite a popular commissioner character after his first in-ring retirement. Foley was a nice change of pace from the overbearing heel authority figure in favour of someone having a more fair and unbiased style running the show. The strangest move from Foley, though, came when he added Deborah as his lieutenant commissioner with authority figure position. Deborah was known for her eye candy segment in the Divas division and eventually for her real situation as Stone Cold Steve Austin's wife. Someone so random having any sort of authority figure power was an objectively bad move. In number 4, we have Jack Tunney's solution to Royal Rumble's 1994 draw. WWE's fear of triple threat matches caused a confusing decision to be made here. The 1994 Royal Rumble match featured one of WWE's most overcomplicated booking ideas ever. Both Bret Hart and Lex Luger won the match after eliminating each other at, air quotes, the same time, as the final 2 top babyfaces at the end. This was done so that Vince could hold a live polling session in the ring with people who didn't know they were voting on which one they wanted to see crowned at Mania. WWE President Jack Tunney was rarely on screen as someone who only appeared when he was needed to. Tunney decided that both men would get separate single title shots at Yokozuna on the same night. WWE tried to avoid triple threat matches at that stage, but it felt so absurd to go so far with the planning over just a logical 3-way match. Especially because you're then putting your big foreign heel into 2 matches on the same night because you're not having Luger win. In at number 4, we have Vince McMahon, and him booking himself to face God in a tag match, as this was Vince's ego overshadowing his previous genius character Jump the Shark. The rivalry between Vince McMahon and Shawn Michaels extended their big WrestleMania 22 match. Michaels finding religion to clean up his life became part of the storyline, as McMahon mocked it by going to church and challenging God to a tag match. Vince appeared completely unhinged when booking himself and Shane versus Shawn Michaels and God at Backlash 2006. The McMahon side won the match, but it showed Vince reaching new lows before D-Generation X would reunite to end his run. In number 3, we have Shawn Michaels, when he betrayed DX to join the corporation, as Michaels' trusting cold-hearted heels over his friends made him pay. In 1998, Shawn Michaels would retire from the ring for 4 years after putting over Steve Austin and leading to rehab a severe back injury. Vince McMahon wanted to find a way to bring Michaels back into the show, since he was one of the top stars in the company history. The commissioner role for Michaels started off as a face until he revealed he was betraying D-Generation X, his best friends, in favour of Vince and the corporation. Michaels would remain heel for a short time until the corporation viciously attacked him in a parking lot, as was the style at the time. DX eventually made peace with Michaels, but he looked like a fool getting played by McMahon. In number 2, we have Teddy Long by booking tag team matches for every problem player, as this was a booking trope that would become a running joke with Long losing credibility. WWE took a risk by naming Teddy Long as a SmackDown general manager after Paul Heyman, since he was only known for managing mid-card acts and refereeing in the promotion. Long would shock everyone though by having the longest stint in the role, but it started to become a little bit of a joke. The constant SmackDown theme was chaos, between multiple top feuds and Long coming up to announce a tag team match player. This became one of WWE's first memes as the internet culture would grow. Teddy Long is loved for his general presence on the show, but his general manager credibility was non-existent. However, there you have it. There's our list. So what did you think? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Who do you think is the worst authority figure of all time? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button and the notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on any of the stupid content we make here at Honor Wrestling Club. Be sure to check out our previous videos and share them around with your friends. Go on, they'll love them and I know you will too. However, that's all for now, so thank you for watching and welcome you to the club. See ya!